Okay, guys, we are live. So for those listening at home, welcome to the Dungeon Musings YouTube channel. My name is Kevin Madison, and I will be your friendly historian today, because today we are returning to a new favorite of the channel. This would be Richard Iorio's Flames of Freedom, a powered by Zweihander RPG of American Gothic horror set during the time of the American Revolution. And with me today are two stars returning. Well, one returning star from Colonial, one revolutionary, I suppose, returning, and a new revolutionary joining the rebellion. This tale is going to be called The Dead of Deer Island. And when I go through the order I've got you on the screen here, why don't you tell us who you are and who you're playing. First up is James.
Right, I'm a Buxagun, and I'm a Massachusetts nation survivalist.
Nice.
Age 25 and a sneaky critter.
That he is. And joining him as well, too, is Ingolf.
Yeah, I'm Ingolf. I'm playing Patience McFadden, who is a Scottish warrior, and, well, we'll see what happens.
Smuggler,
skilled in bar fights, but... Yeah.
So, what for those who may be familiar with Flames of Freedom or Zweihander games in general, we've already assigned the coins for today, and we will do what we do at the start of every Zweihander thing. Let's set the initiative ladder, guys. Go ahead and click on your token, and then click on Initiative under the Combat tab. And then we will set the stage. This is your first time playing Flames of Freedom, I think, James, right?
Yep.
Awesome. Okay, so we'll do... means you get to go back to some block text. Initiative is partway down on the right-hand side under the Combat tab.
Yep, so I'm now just trying to find where the button is.
Oy.
There it is.
There we go. All right. So, the year is... this one's going to be a little earlier than our last two sessions. This year takes place in... or this adventure takes place in early October of 1775. Our setting is just... is in Boston. And we're going to read you some block text here, James. Lucky you. You don't get to dodge it. Your story starts in Boston. Supplies are low, conditions are bad, and tensions are high. The summer smallpox outbreak has given way to winter. Boston is bracing for more problems, and the British are deeply entrenched. Although most rebels have fled, the Redcoats are not above handing out brutal summary justice to anyone they suspect of having rebel leanings or to anyone else who crosses them. Although you are surrounded by the terrified townsfolk and brutal redcoats, your sympathies lie with the rebels, who have gathered from all over the 13 colonies in response to the actions at Lexington and Concord. You've quickly learned to keep these views to yourself and to present a smiling face to the redcoats and the loyalist spies. A rebel sympathizer named Henry Jones has a need for assistance and is willing to pay well. News is short on particulars, but you are 100% assured that Jones is a good patriot and that this is not another of the innumerable traps set by loyalist agents. Tonight, you'll find yourself at a tavern called the Sign of the Maiden, and you're told to tell the bartender that the sun is shining. Now, Lexington and Concord is basically what happened, or what that refers to is when the Redcoats or the Royalist army marched out, or the British army marched out against a militia. They routed them at Concord. I think it was Concord. They routed them, and then at Lexington is where they managed to fight the British to a standstill, and then more militia showed up, and then the British started retreating, and in this bloody fighting retreat, more and more and more militia kept pouring in, to the point where they were basically running with what they could carry, and that was it to get back to Boston. There is rumors that, or there are rumors that General Washington, just at the end of 1770, just before the winter came, that his army has properly been referred to as the Continental Army as opposed to the rebel forces, and that they are massing to try and attack Boston. So until then, however, Boston is in a bit of a state of, if you think of like the paranoia of Cold War era Berlin, it's probably something comparable. Spies and counter espionage agents are sort of everywhere, and the governor Thomas Gage is implementing a brutal repression of anyone with those sympathies. There's also a lot of bizarre either empty houses or houses that have been turned over to loyalists. So yeah, it's a bit of a tense time. This also follows on several years' worth of what I think Abuxagun and Patience, though, how you know one another, is through the smuggling. With the taxes that were imposed on goods coming in is one of the reasons why smuggling was such a incredibly lucrative activity beforehand. And while Patience is not from the colonies originally and has a somewhat checkered history, she keeps referring to strange ports that she has been to in the course of her several years. She certainly knows her way on the seas. And Abuxagun, you are you're from the Massachusetts nation, and the Massachusetts tribe, they were about 100 years ago part of something called King Philip's War, and who's I think Metatron, I think is the proper name of the revolutionary or the Native American leader of it. He was not Massachusetts, he was Wampanoag, but the Massachusetts threw in with them, and afterwards there was a brutal repression and forced conversion for many of the Massachusetts, but for those who either escaped it or were not part of that forced conversion, which is where you come from, you still hold to traditional beliefs. You are not part of the praying Indians, as they refer to them. Now, our story opens with you coming down to meet with this fellow down in the Sign of the Maiden. Let's get a sense of Boston Harbor here. Oh, who are all these strangers? Boom. So this is a map of Boston, and this is let's see here. The Sign of the Maiden, I believe, is down around here, if I recall. So, you two know one another well enough, and this James fellow that you're supposed to meet, he seems that whatever contact that he made contact with you through, or shared mutual acquaintance, they've vouched for him that this is not Jones, not James. Already getting our secret agent name wrong. So, tell us about how you guys think you would approach this place. We just head on in. This is a very, it's a sailors, whatever hangout. That'll probably be a little busier than usual, only because of partly the time of year and partly the with a lot of smugglers out of work with the British Navy in port. There's lots of dissatisfied sailors in here. Tell us about how you guys intend on approaching this place. You just walking in like you own the place, or are you making your way down more cautiously? What do you think?
Yeah, I think now we are amongst grown-ups, so we can just enter and, well, we maybe we don't own the place, but I think we are well equipped to be there and to stand our ground in a fight, so why hide?
Okay.
Yeah, I guess. Yep.
Okay. So, as you guys make your way down to the Sign of Maiden, the weather has not quite, the full bite of winter hasn't settled in just yet, but you can feel it on the autumn breeze, and the wind coming in through Boston Harbor certainly is reminding you of what worse stuff is to come. And It is about, it's probably about maybe 6 o'clock, so it's night dark already, but part of that is because of the overcast skies as well. You make your way in to the Sign Maiden. I may have another illustration here. And this, boom, is the Sign Maiden and the layout of it. There isn't a guy waving a sword in it, but this is as close as I could get. So you make your way in. Patience, there may be one or two faces. I wouldn't say friendly faces necessarily, but acquaintances, you know, in your similar former profession, who you see and kind of, you know, maybe nod at. But otherwise, the publican is behind the bar. This is a little layout of what the Sign of Maiden looks like. And it's mostly full in here. There are a couple of empty tables. There's maybe, it's more of the small ones on the side.
Yeah, I think I would. I don't know whether Abuxagon wants to talk. I don't know. James, do you?
So I guess I'm feeling uncomfortable with being in the city like this. So,
I think I will greet the bartender with a friendly grunt. I mean, that's enough words to say.
Okay.
And then say, I don't know. I guess you drink beer also or something like that.
Yeah, probably.
So I would know what. So I would order 2 beers and casually remark that the sun is shining.
Okay. As he puts the beers down, or maybe if you did that when you order it, he nods and then stops. Why don't I bring your drinks upstairs, ma'am?
Ah, okay. And I think I just point to upstairs and go there directly, hoping that Abuxagon understands what I want.
Okay. So you make your way through the crowd to the stairs and upstairs. What you find is a smaller venue with substantially less people in here. Not nobody, but less, and they are more spread out. Near the fire over here, near the hearth. Wait, are those? Oh, there are rooms up there. Never mind. So it'll be one of the rooms. You see that one has. Each of them are. The doors are closed, but the first one you come across, it is slightly askew, and there appears to be someone sitting in one of these chairs in here. I think those are beds, but there is a chair in there as well. If you poke your head in, this man, let me see if I got an illustration here. I got a lot of battle mechs here. Maybe not the only ones we need to use.
Yeah.
There we go. We'll use this. So, whoop.
Yeah.
There's a younger man, well, or in his maybe 50s, I guess, who's a little older, who is sitting, who seems to be reading a book, and he's, you know, maybe there's an idle pipe sitting next to him, you know, a little bit of embers coming out of where it's resting in a cradle, and are you making any effort to be quiet as you guys are coming up here, or?
Yeah, I think we should.
Okay.
Should we just for practice? I don't know.
Sure. Why don't you give us so this will be a routine check. Why don't you give us a stealth check, please, each of you. Routine is, I think, plus 30.
Stealth is somewhere.
routine, yeah, plus 10. Here we go.
Oh, wait, routine's... Okay, yeah. There we go. No problem. Books are gone. Nice. Okay. So both of you, quite easily, you know, make your way up here. None of the creaky stairs, you know, make any substantial noise. This person sitting in here seems to be completely oblivious. You can see that there are 2 chairs facing.
Okay. I think we could just sit down.
Okay.
And then.
So if you, yeah, I mean, if you push the door open, this is leading into like a room you would rent. This person who's sitting here looks like they would not rent this place. This person is much better dressed than to someone who is forced to stay at the Sign and Maiden. But if you can give us each an awareness check as well, please. This one will make it at standard. Critical failure for patience. Going to get that out of the way. Okay, now let's talk about what coins can be used for. So coins can be used for re-rolls as long as you don't get a critical failure. Aboxagun, do you want to re-roll that, or you'll leave as is?
I'll leave as is. Where on the sheet, by the way, are these coins hiding?
Coins are on the token. You see the token that's got a skull with coins on its eyes on the screen?
Oh, right, yep.
Yeah, the number in yellow is how many of coins are in the player pool, fortune coins, and the misfortune coins are in the red. When you spend one, it goes into the red, and then when I spend one, it goes into the yellow.
Oh, okay. So, no, I think I'll save it for later, but what I will do is I'm going to go across to the next room along and listen at the door there.
Okay. So if you head on over to that one, why don't you give us a second awareness check?
Come along. Where are you hiding?
Okay. So you're fairly confident there's no one in that one. Actually, I think what you hear is the sound of someone snoring in there.
Okay. Okay, so then I come back and we go in and join Patience in the room.
Mm-hmm. So the man, Patience, when you open the door, the man looks up and says, "The sun is shining."
Yeah, the sun is shining. Yeah, it's dark outside, but the sun is shining somewhere else.
He gets up and says, "Please sit." I understand that we have a mutual friend in Mr. Jones.
Yes.
As you come in, Patience, you realize that where the door opens, someone's got a dog downstairs. The door opens. You realize that now that there is someone standing at the door, like out of the way. A man who looks to be his bagman or perhaps bodyguard. If he is younger and is definitely looking a little more capable. Here we go.
Yeah.
Use that.
Why don't you ask your friend to join us instead of staying in the shadow?
Oh, Mr. Edges, he will be fine there. He ensures my safety in such company. And he does not make any noise or whatnot, just sort of glowers at you. He says, "But please, don't misunderstand. Mr. Edges is simply here for safety. There is something of great importance. I understand." Here he is. I was told there would be two of you. Please, come in and close the door.
Yeah, okay.
So if you guys come in, and he leans in and he says, You were not followed, were you?
I just don't know.
Not that way I'm aware of.
Then he looks up. "Mr. Edges, I think we are fine here. If you could..." And he just nods, steps outside, closes the door, seemingly to, you would guess to make sure no one is listening in. He's not carrying two swords either, though he does have one at his waist. So this strange man leans forward and says, "I've been led to believe that you share sympathies as to the futures of these colonies."
I think I'm Scottish. That's all. That's all there is to say, I think.
And you, my friend?
Indeed, we've had enough occupation.
Indeed. then I also have been led to believe that you... I've been led to believe that you have... how should we say? Experience with the unnatural, the odder aspects of our war. Yes? You're not afraid of the dark, is what I'm saying.
Well,
Dark,
we've
not at
seen
all.
things, yeah.
Then,
Yeah.
good. I've had word. Are you familiar with Deer Island? And let me bring you over here. Patience, Buxagun, would you give us a folklore check at plus 20?
Folklore.
Actually, in Patience, why don't you do the same thing too? Folklore at plus 20. Nice.
Yeah.
Yep. Critical failure. So, Buxagun, I think that you actually, you know what? Buxagun, why don't you give us a 1d10 plus 1 roll, please? Okay. And if you could compare that to your peril threshold. I'm also going to go quickly while you're doing that. I'm just going to go close the blinds. I don't know what she's losing her mind over right now, but it's... Hey, Gilbert. Hey. What are you doing?
Okay.
So it should be 7 or something.
Where would that be? Hiding peril threshold.
So,
Sorry, guys. The neighbor's
This is
putting up
on
the
the,
Christmas lights.
So peril threshold.
So how does that... yeah, it's under the combat
7.
tab.
Yeah,
7. Okay, so if you could put yourself down to imperiled. There is something about the mention of that is deeply disquieting to you. And I think you may be able to figure out why in a moment. So, Patience, what you know, Deer Island is right here. It's about an hour's, maybe hour and a half in a rowboat to get out to here. Deer Island is just one of the many islands that occupies or is set in Boston Harbor. It is of interest because about 100 years ago, during King Philip's War, when there was a insurrection kind of by the Wampanoag and allied nations, it was used to intern about 500 women, children, and other members of the Wampanoag tribe, and had a horrific death rate due to illness and malnutrition and such that Deer Island is thought to be haunted at this point, and no one has made any use of it.
yeah.
That would have been part of I think perhaps the Buxagun, one of the stories you've heard of is from Survivor. The records suggest that it's only the Wampanoag who were held there, but the Massachusetts nation allied themselves with King Philip, and the British aren't great at making a distinction between the different tribes, so could very well be that your ancestor has passed on, your great-grandfather passed on stories of this place, and that's just haunted your memories.
Okay.
So yeah, we heard of this place. It's supposed to be haunted.
Indeed. And it seems with news of General Washington potentially coming and making plans, I have word that the British intend on setting defenses up on Deer Island. And we would like to know if there is any truth to this matter. Now, given the perils associated with Deer Island, we would not want to send anyone we would not want just anyone to go, and if there is something afoot on Deer Island, we do not wish the British to know that we know. What I've been led to believe, Ms. Patience, is that you can be trusted to discreetly reconnoiter the area and report on what you see.
Yeah.
Good.
I think that's enough words.
Okay. Then I think if you intend on going there, and he sets down his Bible and then opens it up, and there are three. What you see is that the Bible itself has actually been hollowed out, and within there are 3 little glass vials with what look to be like rock salt in them. And he says, "Are you superstitious, Patience, or Ms. McFadden?"
It is not superstition if these things really exist, is it?
He nods, like, encouragingly, like, "Yes, I see." He turns it over, and the 3 drop out. He says, "These. If you find yourself troubled by any unquiet spirits, these. Crack these open and toss this at or on them."
Oh.
And he hands them over. These should provide you some measure of protection. I wish that we could offer more, but we make do with what we have. No.
Yeah. We always have. Yeah.
I understand that you still have access to a boat of some kind. I have heard.
Yes.
You would be more knowledgeable in such things, but I have heard that the British Navy has been quite keen on, in particular on nights like this, when there is no moon, they are keen trying to find and hang those they suspect of smuggling. Mm-hmm. This is a pressing matter, so we would ask that you do this promptly, but do so with care.
Yes, we will.
Good. For this, perhaps this would be a small measure. So I was looking to see the cost. A small measure of gratitude to assist in your end of the effort. He places down a little coin purse. It's fancier. This guy probably tried to get something nondescript, but he's just a man of money, so it still looks fairly nice. If you open it up, there's £5 sterling in there. So he says, then.
Yeah. Yeah, consider it done.
Good. You can leave word with Mr. Jones when you return.
Mm-hmm.
To keep up appearances, I have this lovely accommodation for the evening, but if you wish to make with your task, please don't don't allow me to postpone your departure.
I understand. Goodbye.
Goodbye. Good luck.
I think we can go now. And
Okay.
I don't know. I will. Yeah. Maybe a Buxigan is just going before me down the stairs. I don't know. Or would you follow me?
I would follow. I like to see who might be pursuing us.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, Buxigan, why don't you give us an awareness check? Let's see if there's any looky-loos down here.
Awareness. Come on. Pardon me. Wrong tab.
Do you wish to spend a fortune? Spend a coin.
Go on then. Let's do that.
All right, so go ahead and give us another check. Excellent. Okay, so what is your perception bonus, your PB?
My PB is 5.
5. Okay. So, and I suspect you know this already, James, but the way you measure contested rolls in this is you take your bonus for your relative stat, and then you add the degrees of success, which is taking the tens digit of what you needed to roll minus the tens digit of what you rolled. So this is a net of 5.
5 plus 0.
Yeah. So, and let's see if... okay, so as far as you can tell, there's no one watching in here. So, patience. Once you guys step out of the sign of the maiden, what do you guys intend on doing next?
So I think my ship, I guess I will have a boat somewhere.
Yeah, like a rowboat. Like think of like a bigger, like a whaling, you know, kind of boat, I think.
Yeah. So, and I think also that just for good measure, I would not go there directly.
Okay.
But we would have some kind of routine where we go like a little bit more to the south and then in the opposite direction.
Sure.
And then in some corner turn around.
And you may want it, like a Buxagun also has a self bow and a musketoon. So assuming that he wasn't showing up, you know, armed to the teeth or looking like he's, you know, off on a pheasant hunt, you may want to collect your stuff, your gear before you head on.
Yeah, we should do that.
Okay. So then, what you can tell us is the wharfs are watched by the British at night. So why don't we do this? Who's feeling lucky here?
Yeah, that's no one. But
So why don't we do this? Let's have each of you roll 1 chaos dice for us. So if you go to your character sheet, on the top, it's one of the things that carries over. It'll be a listing for different chaos dice. Why don't you each give us 1 chaos dice roll? Order prevails. Order prevails. Okay. So what this means is one of the ways that the game takes advantage of these chaos dice. Basically, chaos dice are, if you roll a 6, something happens. Random encounters can be triggered that way too, and that's sort of what I was just testing. See if you happen to, you know, if you're going to have to make a test because they're standing, you know, the red coats are standing near your what do you call it, your boats or not. So really, this is going to be then a trivial stealth check for you to get to your ship and get it away from the wharf. And because you're in, this is still the only reason you're rolling a Buxagun is because it's not a natural environment. You automatically succeed. Look at that.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
So I think I will spend a coin just to re-roll that.
Okay.
Let's at least make it out of the harbor, I suppose.
That's a huge success for a Buxagun, too. A good one for you as well. So the two of you, I think there's a moment where you think you hear someone relieving themselves in an alleyway as you're going up, Patience, and you stop, and you see there's a drunken sailor who kind of wobbles out of or wobbles further down the alleyway and away from you. The two of you manage to make your way down to the boat, and then very silently paddle your way out and into the harbor. So.
And I guess we would work together so a Buxagun can see in the dark. And
yes.
I will know that he can see in the dark, so he will just do the steering in a way and just say where we have to row, and I will row. I mean, I just...
Exactly. Although I think, let me see here. The navigation is, I think, your... navigation is what's called a special skill. There's common skills and special skills in Findings of Freedom. Mm-hmm. If you're not trained in a special skill, then you flip to fail on it. When you can still use it, but you flip to fail. Buxagun, are you trained in navigation?
Let me have a look on that. Navigation. Yes.
Nice. Okay, great.
Well, I'm sorry, I'm an apprentice, so I take it that
Yeah,
means
yeah.
trade.
So as long as you've got some training in it, that's great. Okay, so then let's talk about one of the neat travel rules in this. So we'll bring you guys once again over to here. Paste you down. Okay.
So now we need a red dotted line.
Exactly. So getting away from here, you're going to be heading out from around here, and then, you know, down and around Noddles Island, past Governors. Let me tell you if there's anything of interest about those particular islands at this point as well. Because I think Governors might be where all the British have retreated to. Oh, that's Castle Island, which is right there. So you're nowhere near there. I don't have anything interesting to tell you. Oh, so Noddles Island lies close to northeastern Boston and is used for farming and grazing. The Loyalist Vice Admiral Graves has posted guard boats and Marines to protect the island. But the ranking officer, Colonel John Stark's 1st New Hampshire Regiment of about 300 men, slipped past them. The Loyalists were first alerted by smoke from a burning hay. The rebels destroyed the Royal Marines, or forced the Royal Marines to retreat, and even captured and destroyed the schooner HMS Diana, which had been sent to cut off their retreat. So Noddles Island is probably under fairly close scrutiny right now, only because of a recent rebel success. Bird Island, anything of interest there? Does not look to be. Governor's Island, nothing of interest there. Apple Island, that's where the Antichrist, no, there's nothing there. You're fine. And that is it. So apart from moving, this is probably going to be the most dangerous part of the trip. But let's take a look at the travel rules here. We're not going to treat this like a full travel because I think that can kind of take up an entire session. But I thought it would be fun to make use of a fast travel, which sort of cherry picks some stuff. So the two things we're going to need in the roles are a scout who makes use of either awareness or stealth, and a trailblazer who makes use of either folklore or navigation. The trailblazer is the guide, the scout is the lookout.
Yeah, but...
So what are you guys thinking? Who wants to be the trailblazer? Who wants to be the scout?
I think since Abuxagon is trained in navigation, I think he should do the navigation.
Yep, I'll do
And
that.
I should do the stealth because I have to be silent with the pedals. That's the stealthy task here.
Okay. So then let's see here.
Or should I use pilot because I'm rowing this boat?
I think for this one, it's more a matter of being stealthy so much as it is keeping control over it. It's not choppy waters or navigating around, things. You're not adjusting sails or such. You're just trying to keep yourself quiet. So let's start with the Trailblazer then. So, this is going to be, I think, this is going to be easy because these are waters that you're quite familiar with, Abuxagon. Why don't you give us an easy plus 20 navigation check, please?
There we go. 2 degrees of success.
Nice. And actually a critical success. Whenever you roll doubles, that's either a critical success, critical failure. So the critical success, this means that it eases the travel by 2 steps, which will affect your toughness. At the end of the trip, you sort of make a toughness check to see if you're exhausted by the travel or weakened by the travel whatsoever. So that's great stuff. You find a great way to take advantage of the tides, and yeah, patience. Mm-hmm. Let's see how your scouting goes. This is a moonless night, so likewise, I think it's going to be easy, plus 20. For it?
Yeah. I see. This is behind the window. Sorry. So it sometimes opened the window behind the other one, which is
Oh,
not
jeez.
clever. So yeah, it worked.
Okay, perfect. All right, so then that is, and what is your agility bonus?
My agility bonus is 5.
5. Okay, so that's 8 degrees of success, or 8 total. All right. So what you find, you're actually reducing the threat level by 1, which means you're rolling 2 chaos dice to see if anything shows up in the harbor as opposed to 1. So why don't you each give us a chaos dice roll once again?
With 2 dice.
1 dice each.
1 dice each, okay.
Yeah. Nothing from patience. Look at that. So I think there's a point where you guys are going where you see there is a little further off. Maybe it just books again. You're able to probably see this more clearly because of your talent. There is about a half mile off. There's a British schooner that is all it's got all lights off. It seems to be like lurking out there, waiting to find smugglers and spring upon them. But you are so far off from them that they don't have a remote chance of finding you guys. And you are easily able to navigate it well past this ship. It's about an hour and a half just because of the time that you're taking. But you guys arrive at Deer Island with almost no difficulty. And why don't you each give us then... Well, I guess first off, Abuxagun, why don't you tell us how you're feeling as you're approaching Deer Island?
Oh, I'm feeling happier from being out of the city.
I don't think you've been here before. What do you feel about the stories that were passed down from your great grandfather about this place?
Well, a bit ominous of spirits that might be lurking there, but still, offset by being happy to be out in nature.
Absolutely.
And away from the city.
Okay.
And maybe getting close to an ancestor.
Okay. Okay. So then, as you are approaching the island, it is pitch dark out here. There are no natural lights. And with the overcast skies, it seems just black. Patience, I don't think you've got one in your inventory, but it's reasonable to me to think you might have a storm lantern with you.
Yeah.
Because, and I mean, probably, completely shuttered, maybe not even lit at this point. And you have learned to trust Abuxagun's eyes at night. And Abuxagun, actually, I think I might have something that would be appropriate here. Whoa, wrong thing. Not that. Goodbye. There we go. So you're not just looking at the map of Boston Harbor the whole time. Let's see. It is... here we go. And I'll switch up our music as well. So this is obviously a lake or a river, not just an island, but probably more appropriate than the map. Here we are, guys. And so, at Buxagun, you are about 100 yards off from where you're expecting to see Deer Island emerge. And as you begin to get closer to it, likewise, there's no lights you can see on this island. The island is not all that big either. It's really only it's less than a kilometer in length. But as you're getting closer, what you can see is there appears to be a boat moored on a little further along on the far side. Something similar to what you're in right now, the kind of thing that might be lowered from a larger ship, or perhaps taken from a local place. Would you give us a awareness check, please? You can take... Actually, I think it's just a flat... I'll give you plus 10. It'll be routine.
Awareness plus 10.
Wow. So what you can see is that there appears to be a body or a person draped over the prow of the ship, or the boat. The boat has been pulled up onto the shore of this island, and there are some trees that are on the island too, but not many. And the person slumped over seems to have something sticking out of their back. It looks like an arrow. And while it's difficult to see in the light to make out colors in it, the coat they're wearing does seem to be quite dark. Now, you know that patients would not be able to see this. You're probably about 100 yards off from shore at this point.
So I will slowly and carefully, I'll put up my hand to say, stop. And then I will crawl gently back and whisper in her ear and let her know what I see. But in the lowest of tones. There's murder afoot here. And not by the British. Unless they have allies.
They certainly do. Many of the Massachusetts nation actually have allied with the British. The ones who prayed.
So let's go. Let's indicate to get to the shore, so I can get off. And then, so what's the ground like? Is it? It's overgrown?
A stony shore with scrub grass and stuff that leads up to some very sad looking trees. What little remains. Patients, you're operating in darkness right now because of the overcast skies. So you're having to trust solely on Abuxagun's directions, but you're able to, suddenly you can hear your boat come up on the stony shore of this island. How close to the other ship do you wish to be? Abuxagun, you're the one who can see here, so.
I'll still keep 100 meters off.
Okay. So you place yourself a little further around, like a bend on it, and it's up. So patience, you have definitely hit the shore right now, but what do you guys do next?
So I'll take the painter off the front and then quickly wrap that round some rock.
Okay.
There to keep it moored.
Okay.
And then creep towards the boat.
Okay.
The other boat.
Do you say anything to Patience before disappearing? Again, she can't see you either.
Yeah. Well, I will. Again, I'll creep back and whisper in her ear. Follow me. I'm going to the boat.
So there's someone out there who might see us? You think he can see in the dark as well?
Oh, I have no. I assume not, but we need to investigate.
Yeah, I think it's easier if I stay here and you can move. I will just lay on the shore and wait. I think it will not take you hours to come back, I hope.
Very well. You seem rather a city girl. Strange. Let's. So I creep forward.
Okay. One of Abuxagun's alignment things is sarcasm, because I knew that James would be playing him.
It's marked down as a flaw. I don't get that.
So why don't you give Abuxagun one... Actually, give him 2 conflict, please. One for the sarcasm, because she's probably, nervous as well. And you're also are stepping on this, haunted or cursed island. Oh, you don't have to roll it? You just need to mark it down as having 2.
Okay,
yeah.
Up to 2, okay.
You roll conflict at the end of the game, and that tells us whether it's going towards, one side or the other side. Patience, I think 1 conflict for arriving here. Just having heard the reputation of this place. Then, Abuxagun, you don't need to roll for your...
My stealth.
Yeah, your stealth. Because
I'm going to take my time and...
yeah, the only thing I'm trying
forward.
to decide on is if there's contested things, right? Like how we calculate what your contested roll would be then?
I win it then. Excellent.
So why don't we... I think what we'll have is you'll make your way over towards this, and it takes you very little time to cross this. And there is unfortunately very little cover along here, so it really is just a matter of trying to make, I guess, cover the distance as quickly and as quietly as you can. How close do you want to get to the ship or to the boat?
Well, until I can see clearly who this is.
Sure. So I think it's probably only within about maybe 30 meters. You're able to crouch on over there. And what you can see is... Oh, do you have any of your weaponry out? Your self bow or your musket or your hatchet?
I would have my bow, I think.
Bow, okay.
Not...
So
Muscatoon can stay in.
Yeah.
On my back.
What you can see as you get closer is a couple of things. This is obviously a redcoat. This is a member. Once you get in closer, it's easy to see what this person is. They don't have their hat on any longer. It seems to have fallen in the boat. It seems almost as if they were fleeing and then fell in here, or perhaps were shot and then fell in here. There are actually, you were mistaken from a distance, there's not 1, there are 2 arrows sticking out of this fellow's back, and there are, it's curious, there are tearing marks along his legs. As if they were caught on something or something tore at them from the knee and down. He's even missing a boot.
So is he... And that's because she's head in the boat? So
he's sort of draped with his, the top part of his body is draped over, arms in the boat, sort of hooking the body, his head down.
So he was trying to get into the boat, not trying to get out of it.
Yeah. You can also see that there are, now that you're in a little closer, there are 2 crates in the boat. And it looks like a little further up on shore, there is a small stack of crates that have been accumulating.
Okay.
As if this boat was transporting things here. Abuxagun, would you give us an awareness check, please? Actually, Patience, you as well. And you both can take a plus 10 on this. Make it routine. Okay.
So,
critical success. Patience, you're the first one to hear this. You're sitting, so you can picture you're sitting in this boat, pitch blackness. Your eyes are wide open, trying to drink in any light that you can possibly see, and that maybe is also allowing you to focus your hearing quite intently. you can hear first some voices speaking quietly back and forth, and the sound of two figures walking. And they are going along the stony shore. They're heading in the direction of where Abuxagun has gone. You can't quite see where they are, but that's where they seem to be going. You have, because of the crit, you're going to have a chance to act if you wish to before anything else, or you can...
I think we have maybe agreed on some bird call or something as a signal for incoming danger.
That is an excellent... So one of the things you can do is edit a scene with a coin. So if you want to establish that there is a pre-established thing, that's a great use of a coin.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think we agreed on if I do the bird call of the nightingale or something like that. And
sure. Something native to the islands, even. All right, so Abuxagun, perhaps that's part of what alerted you. You're looking at this and trying to figure out what's going on, and then you hear the sound of from Patience, and that's enough for you to hear that there are some people coming towards you. You're not able to distinguish precisely how many, but there are some people walking towards you on the shore. What do you want to do? If you look back, you can see there is no light there coming, so either they're people walking in darkness, or they are like yourself and accustomed to hunting at night in places without natural lighting.
Now, so is it a clearing where that?
From where you are, there is probably, you could try and sprint up and get to some, like a small copse of sad-looking trees to try and hide in. You also could hide on the far side of these, the boat that the British guys slumped over. Or you could try and get down in the water. It's going to be cold, but...
Yeah, I think...
Or you just lay yourself down flat. One of the things, even with your eyes trained to this, you're not able to distinguish color as easily as you can. It's all sort of muted blue, so even though you can see, it doesn't allow you to quite as easily distinguish things. So you may... Hopefully, whatever or whoever is coming up the shore may have the same difficulty.
Yeah, what I'm going to do is I'm going to move off to the side, away from the water.
Okay.
And then, as you say, lie down in the open.
Sure.
And with that, I'll let my bow down and pull out my hatchet as well.
Okay.
While I'm as I lay down.
Sure. Why don't you give us a stealth check, please? So this will be a standard. Okay. Okay. And what's your agility bonus?
5.
5. So that is a total. That's a 7. All right. So what you see walking up are two men who look very much like this. You need not make any roll. They're not identical, but both are clearly wearing the type of... you would recognize it, Abuxagun, because they are a neighboring and allied nation. They are members of the Wampanoag tribe.
Okay,
and each of them has a bow slung over their back, and they seem to be heading directly towards where the boat is. They don't seem to be aware of you. Do you do anything, or just wait and see what happens?
No, I just want to see what happens.
So the two of them, you, I believe, speak... No, you speak Massachusetts and French and English. You don't speak Wampanoag. It's an Algonquin language, though, so you may, which is what Massachusetts is, so you might understand. Why don't you give us an... Let's see here. Give us an education check, please. This will be at routine, plus 10. Okay, good stuff. So you're not able to fully communicate with it, but you get the gist of the meaning. What one says to the other, last one, take him up, and then the boat will sink it afterwards. and the one goes in, yanks the arrows out of the corpse of this redcoat, places them back in their quiver, and then the two of them pull the body back and lift it up, and then begin carrying it back in the direction that they were coming.
Okay. Well, I'll let them go.
Okay. They walk off, and then that's it. Patience, as you're training your, listening in still, you can hear the two of them return after about maybe a 5-minute, maybe 10-minute span. And then they seem to carry off in the direction that you're going. You hear one of them mentions something, and you can hear them, hold on. Okay. I mean, you don't speak Wampanoag, so they say something in a language you don't understand that's clearly a native language. And they carry off in the direction they came. Buxagun, what do you do once they're out of sight?
I'll pick up my bow, but then I go off and have a look at these cases, see what's in them.
If you crack open one, there are cannonballs in here.
Mm-hmm. So they're building a battery. But no gun that I can see.
If you go up to the other crates, perhaps there are more up on shore.
Oh, okay.
If you head up on there are like 2 or 3 other. There's some crates that contain like parts and stuff, but you do find in one long crate, protected, kind of wrapped in a tarpaulin, a leather tarpaulin, there is a cannon. So it seems as you think that they may be setting up, as you said, some kind of defenses here.
Right, and with that, then I'll head back towards Patience.
Okay. So, Patience, while you did hear the others coming, you do not hear Buxagun when he comes up. So, Buxagun, do you startle her, or do you give her some warning with like that message that you guys have agreed upon?
Tempting as it is, I will make the bird call.
Okay. So you hear that bird call a little closer than you expected, Patience, and then shortly thereafter, a Buxagun, makes a sound on the boat. So, what do you say, Buxagun?
So, there's some. I saw these 2 Wampanoags. It appears that they were involved in killing the redcoat that I discovered. It had been shot with arrows in this, on this rowboat that I'd mentioned to you, this body. So it was a British soldier. And then clearly they were setting up a battery there. There's signs of a cannon to be assembled and ammunition. So strange. Somebody seems to be doing our work before us.
So do you know whether those were living, normal creatures, or were those spirits?
They looked very living to me. They picked up a body and carried it off.
So I think our mission is done, isn't it? We know what's going on here. So they tried to establish something, but were thrown off.
Would you each give us an awareness check, please? Just at standard.
Yeah.
Okay. And sorry, Buxagun, I saw yours. Both success. Okay, you guys can hear there is someone moving at a bit of a jog in your direction across the shore.
Can you see something?
Buxagun, if you look
Yeah,
up...
I leaned over and grabbed Patience and
Sure.
make her pull down to the ground as well.
Okay, so if you pull her down, what you can see, Abuxagun, is there is a single Wampanoag man running directly towards your boat. He doesn't seem to be sprinting. He seems to be moving at a hustle. Like as if he just wants to get over and do something. There's no sign of urgency. He's likewise armed with, like what the other was, with a bow strapped across the back and then a little club at the side. And let me make... Patience, would you give us a stealth roll at... actually at plus 30, plus 20 for the prevailing circumstances, plus Abuxagun's helping you here. Actually, I need to add you guys in here too. Excellent. Holy smokes. Okay. So let's see here. Put your roll over. One of the downsides with setting the initiative ladder is it doesn't carry over from one page to another in Roll20. So we roll it, then as soon as I move away from the page, you lose your initiative score. But I rolled for him. Let me go. All right, so guys, he is running over. Patience, you are up first. He's close enough that within a couple of strides, he will be over to the boat. You seem to be well hidden. From what you can hear, he's, kind of, it's a trot he's moving at as he's getting towards the boat.
Mm-hmm.
Do you wish to do anything? Or you could wait as well. You could hold and go.
Yeah, I think. Yeah, I'll wait whether he will really come at our boat.
Okay.
We'll see.
Okay. So then he comes running over. So his 3 AP, 2 will be to run, and then 1 is to... Let me make an awareness check here. Okay. He slows down and says, Abuxagun, because we're going to carry forward your roll from before. You hear in Wampanoag, what the? And there's an expletive that comes out. And I'm going to spend a coin to take an extra action for him to draw his bow. Abuxagun, what are you doing? Effectively, he said, "What the fuck?" But in Wampanoag, in 17th century or 18th century.
So I'm going to draw my bow and slide off to the side, so we sort of put an angle on him.
Sure.
Basically, see if I can flank him.
Yeah. So if he, I'm going to ask you to make a stealth check again. I'm going to give you plus 20 because what you're doing is, I think, taking the hide action. Where is it here? Let's see here. Nice. Okay. So, of your 3 actions, 1 or 3 AP, you're spending 1 to get your bow out, 1 to load the bow, I guess?
Mm-hmm.
And then 1 to shimmy to the side. Okay. Patience. You're not sure what's going on here because you can't see anything.
I should have heard the guy make a noise.
Yes,
right?
you heard him exclaim, and I mean the tone of of what he said. It seems to make sense. What do you do?
I think I will still hide inside the boat. I think then I have some kind of cover because I don't see anything. So
yeah, I don't think until he gets up the boat. Your boat. It's not like a tiny rowboat. It would be big enough that you'd be able to lie down. Do you wish to do anything else in the interim, like getting anything ready or?
I think I would. I think this lamp is near me, so I could use it at some point. But that's everything I think I have ready. Otherwise.
Okay, so he then it's the Wampanoag's turn. He you can hear him moving towards the boat, so 1 AP for that. You can hear the... I think Boxagon, you can see that he is drawing his the arrow back, so it's ready to shoot. And I'm going to make a contested awareness and stealth check. Patience, would you give us a stealth roll, please? Mm-hmm. So I'm rolling against I'll roll in chat, because that's fun. This is contested, so I'm rolling awareness. I'm rolling against a 55.
Oh,
I got 9 as my total degrees of success.
That is almost unbeatable, and I failed.
So I think, maybe Patience, you sort of stumble a little bit trying to because it's probably really uncomfortable crouching down for that long. And you're trying to get the lantern, and maybe you just hit it. So the little hook, the metal hook that's on top of the thing, or the little loop, it falls down and kind of hits the thing, and he cries out something in Wampanoag and will try and take a shot at you. Now you have, I'm assuming, banked your AP, so you're going to have 1 available to dodge if you like.
Yeah.
Okay. So, my attack is a 60. No, is a 70. Nat 1 sublime success. Well, no sublime success in this game. That's only in Blackbirds. But, Patience, all you need to do, there's no compared thing. As long as you get a success on your roll, you're going to beat him. So...
and just athletics, yes?
Athletics is dodge. I think so, yeah. I think dodge is athletics.
Okay. Yeah.
Nice! Okay, so twang and thwack, this arrow sinks into the side Patience, and that is it for him. Booksagun, what are you doing? Now, one thing I'll mention as well, as a reminder for Ingolf, and so you know, James, you get to decide, if you're facing human adversaries, you decide how you defeat them. You decide whether you kill them or whether you capture them, or knock them out or incapacitate them in any way.
I'm not sure how I knock someone out with an arrow, but it's...
So, what do you wish to do? You got 3 AP. What do you want to do with them? You can only make 1 attack per round, but you can use those other APs to do things like aiming, or do a rough and tumble action before. And if you want to see the list of them, it is on a handout. Actions in combat. Here you go. So what do you wish to do?
I'm going to draw my bow and aim at him, but then say, friend, drop your bow.
Okay.
And I'm hoping he can understand my Massachusetts.
So are you using... so it'll be 1 AP to aim, 1 AP to use effectively words as weapons, but try and get a different result, right?
Yep.
Okay, so let's take a look at... There are some great rules for social interaction as well. Let's see. That will be... Where are you here? Here we go, social. What I want to find is the difficulty. Okay, so would you give us a... I think that's going to be a charm check at minus 30.
Oh, that's not good.
Yeah. But that's why they put, critical successes on these dice, so... You want to spend a coin to re-roll that?
I'm going to do it, yeah.
Okay.
No one can say I'm not giving him a chance.
Mm-hmm. Okay. So then, so you've sort of given yourself a way of where you are. Patience, you're up. 3 AP. What are you doing?
So I have at least some understanding where this arrow came from, although I can't see anything, I suppose.
Yep.
So I think I will turn off my light at the first action.
Okay.
While knowing that I can be seen now much better.
Yep. Okay.
So yeah, and then after I've done that, I think I can see something. Maybe.
Yeah, you can see this Wampanoag warrior about maybe 10 yards away from you.
So I could, with 1 AP...
He's actually probably closer, 5 yards, I think, because he was firing down into the boat.
Yeah, so I can maybe reach him just with 1 action then?
Yep.
Yeah, okay. And then I will just hit him with whatever I have in my hand.
And as a reminder, too, you can spend a coin to get an AP.
Yeah.
So you race in, and what are you doing? You're just going to try and hit him with your... What do you have out right now?
I think I would have my boarding axe, because this is the only weapon I think was any sensible. Yeah.
Okay.
So I would just try to hit him.
Go right ahead. So I don't have to spend a coin to...
So I just click on the boarding axe, or...
Yeah, just click on the boarding axe. It should make all the rolls for you.
Yeah, okay. So standard difficulty, I suppose.
Yeah. Oh! You want to spend a coin?
Yes.
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
I pre-spent a coin assuming you were going to hit. Because I needed to I've used up all his actions. So go ahead and make your reroll, and we'll just leave it as is.
No.
So you race out, and maybe you stumble as you're coming out of the boat, and just throws your aim off, and whoa! This axe swings in front. So actually, I don't need to spend a coin. So I'll get one back here. Okay. So that's it for you. Then it's this guy's turn. All right. So. He will... I didn't spend an action to reload last time, so I'll spend 1 AP to pull his club out.
Just wait a minute.
Yep.
So I have this thing... No, that doesn't apply. Sorry.
Okay. It's with your ranged thing?
Yeah, so I can basically, after I made some attack, I can just make another attack, but only with a ranged weapon, and I don't have any ranged weapon.
You have to get... Yeah, she is hell and fury with... well, she's got a sword or an axe or and a pistol.
Yeah.
Okay, so then 1 AP, he staggers back and kind of draws that club. And he is going to save 1 AP for dodging, but he is going to try and brain you with his club. So I'm rolling against a 70. Oh, critical fail! So you disarm him. What do you think that looks like?
Yeah, I think he uses his club, and just gets... I parry you with my boarding axe, and then can put his club down.
Yeah, so it flies out of his hand and skitters along the shore. Buxagun, what are you doing?
I'm going to aim one more time to get the second, and then I'm going to shoot him.
Okay, sounds good. So plus 20.
And yep. I've lost patience with them.
Wow, but I'm still here.
Okay. Holy smokes. Great shot. Okay, so he's going to try and dodge. You had plus 20, so he's going to get minus 20 to his dodge, which means his... Let's see here.
Is he affected? Can he see in the dark?
He can, yeah. They've all got that ability. But he has to make a agility check at minus 20. So I got a 30% chance here. Fucking hell. So he ducks out of the way. Booksugun, you have one more
I will
action.
then-
One more AP. What do you want?
So I'll reload.
Okay. Patience, you're up next. What are you doing? 3 AP.
I think the first thing I should do is just try to sweep his legs or something like a knockout.
Yeah.
A rough and tumble thing.
Okay.
So this is athletics was a resist.
Oh,
Okay,
you're thinking
yeah.
knockdown?
Yes.
Knockdown, great,
I will
okay.
Just, yeah,
Okay.
make this.
So go ahead and give us. Or no.
No, this is not combat. This is a normal skill test. Athletics. Let's see. And submit.
Go. Nice. Okay, so that's a solid hit. He is going to. So I need a coordination test to resist here. So that is. I got a 50% chance. Fail. So you you knock his club out of his hand. He seems to hear the whistling of a Booksugun's shot. He staggers back to get out of the way of that. And then Patience, you follow up, hammering him, and he staggers and falls down on the ground. You have 2 more.
Yeah, I think I would just try to use my axe with a blunt side or so, just to knock him out, maybe.
Okay.
Just try to hurt him, but not really kill him.
Okay.
He's not my enemy, but he is now. But
Despite all evidence to the contrary.
yeah, I mean, I don't want to kill him. I would just. But I'm so out of luck.
You want to spend a coin?
No, honestly, I think it's better this way. I just. It's not meant to happen.
Okay.
I don't understand what's going on.
And are you saving 1 AP?
Yes.
Okay, so that's this thing's turn. All right. Because he's down, he does need to spend 2 to get himself up, but he does quickly spring back up. And then I think he's going to try... he's going to try and hit you in the gut. Let's see. Hold on. Is that what I want to do? No. He's going to put you in a chokehold. That'll make it more difficult for him to... Or for you to shoot him. So this is a athletics check. So I got a 55 chance on this. Gotcha. You want to defend? Or actually, you get to resist. Hold on. It is for free. Resist with athletics. Yeah.
Yeah. So this is me, or this is a Booksugun?
This is Patience. He hopped up and jumped onto you.
Yes. Yeah. Okay, that's a fair fight. I'm all in for this. Yes.
Okay.
Let's go there. No, come on.
Here we go. Oh no!
Now I want the 3 roll.
You want to spend the roll? You got it. Go ahead.
Yes, yeah. It was. That was exactly why I saved the 1.
Okay. We go.
Yes.
There you go. Yeah. So he's trying to get around you, and you managed to get yourself free, and you're both sort of squaring off.
Yeah, I think I start to smile now because now things are going my way.
Nice. Booksugun, what are you doing?
I'll aim twice and I'll shoot him again in the back.
Okay. Go ahead. So plus 20 to your roll, and it'd be minus 20 to his. I actually would need to spend a coin to. No, I have an action left over still. Okay, so that's a hit. So minus 20 to his dodge. I have a 30% chance here. No! Whack! All right, so that is 8. And now, what you can also do is you can choose to spend a fortune, you spend a coin to add 6 to your damage. 6 happens to be the threshold of where injuries occur, too.
Oh dear. Well, I think I shall.
Okay, so then let's do this. 1 and 4.
A Booksugun has a somewhat more brutal view of life than Patience, evidently.
Okay, so then would you give us a roll 1 chaos dice, please? You want to roll a 6. On a 6, you'll inflict an injury. This time you want chaos to reign. No. Okay, so he's hit, but what I'll do is I'll show you He is down to 3 right now. All right. Then it is Patient's turn. Oh, hold on. The books are good. You...
I shot him with that, and I'll reload.
Right. So here's the thing is, well, I'm not going to go back and undo that. But remember, your load is a 2. It takes you 2 AP to load.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Then, in fact, I'll just drop the bow and...
Okay.
That's it.
All right. Patience, you're up again. There's one of Buxagun's arrows is sticking out of this guy's shoulder.
Yeah, I think I'm pouting a little bit now, but he's just trying to rob me of my brawl here.
Well, also, you want to know what happens on a critical fail with range attacks?
Yeah,
Allies get hit.
Yes. I always tell him, don't shoot if we are fighting, but whatever. So,
It was a risk worth taking.
Yeah,
what could go wrong in the dark?
Yeah, I think I would just do this again. So try to trip him again.
Okay.
Just for good measure.
Yeah.
And then.
So athletics or coordination.
Yeah, I think I would use athletics. I mean, it's basically whatever.
Yeah, my coordination is 50. You want to coin that?
No.
No. Okay.
No.
All right, so you're trying. So that's 1 action, 1 AP. You got 2 AP left.
Yeah, and with another, I would just attack him normally.
Okay.
With the boarding axe.
Oh, your boarding axe. Right. Go ahead. I will have to spend a coin to defend against this because I am out of APs. So hit him. There you go. Nice hit too. Holy smokes. Okay, so I need to spend a coin to dodge. My dodge is... Actually, it's not dodge. It's parry. Simple. I got a 60% chance. Failed! Do you want to spend a coin to bump that damage?
Yeah, I think we should, yeah.
Okay.
And then...
So
it's 18.
That'll be enough to take him down. What...
I think I would just knock him out. Just hit his head maybe with the
So
side.
You maybe swing once, and he sort of dekes out of the way. You fake as if you're going to go in one direction. He starts moving back, and you spin around and clark him on the side of the head. He falls down unconscious. So, why don't we take with this Wampanoag knocked out? Why don't we take our mid-session break now? And then we will come back and see what you guys choose to do next. So, for those listening at home, we'll be back momentarily.
So this music is really strange. More like I don't know, some classical. Not really the fighting in the colonies kind of music.
No, indeed, it's a strange, gritty fight in the middle of in the dark, and we've got this in the background.
Yeah, I think it's really unfortunate that this guy has an arrow in his back. Maybe we should have killed him.
Well, I was trying.
Yeah. I mean, the thing is, those are allies, but I think that maybe it's worse if he's not dead. It would be perfect if he was shot by some British person. I don't know. So, I mean, in principle, what is happening there is good for us, because I think we should just row back and say, well, they've got everything under control there.
I know, this does seem that we've turned up. This all looks good. Let's leave.
Yeah.
It surprises me.
Yeah. I mean, that is, yeah.
But, well, you could always bind him up to...
Yeah.
bind up his wound and then leave.
Yeah. Yeah, we could do that. Let him lay there. Yeah, I'm unsure what we are supposed to do. So I think for patients' taste, well, we have done everything we need for the mission. But
okay, so guys, you have this unconscious Wampanoag here. What do you guys wish to do next?
Yeah, so I don't know. Could you question him?
There's two questions. Where are they heading? Because they took the body off to this, off somewhere, so it might be interesting to know what's there. Yeah. And we could see if there's any powder where the gun was to detonate it.
Would you also, now that you can see this guy in the light and up close, a Buxagun, would you give us, actually both of you guys can give, I think, Patience, give us a folklore at just standard, and a Buxagun will give you a folklore at plus 20, please.
So I now roll to fail, or flip to fail.
Folklore in this is not a special skill. Yeah, it's weird. They need to update the Flames of Freedom sheets because they're still showing what's on Zweihander.
Yeah, but I don't need to flip to fail. I just fail normally.
You just fail. So, Buxagun, you're looking at this fella's markings on here, and the thing is that while much of the paint on his body is Wampanoag, there's some other things that are... There are markings on here that are incorporated that are unlike any Native American tribe you've ever seen. There are things in here that just don't... that don't correspond with anything that any culture you're aware of. And there's something vaguely unsettling about them. Which actually, you would have to point those out to Patience. I think, in order to make a education check. But a book's good. And you can give us just a flat education check if you like.
Okay.
I think this will be, just hold on, for difficulty, it'll be, oh, you failed already. Never mind.
But you could also show them to me.
Yeah.
I don't, yeah.
I'll just say, yeah, these don't look. This is nothing I've ever seen before. I'm not sure they are weapon.
So patience. I mean, you've sailed the all the 7 seas.
Yeah.
Well, why don't you give us an education at -20, please? This is gonna be to place your finger directly on what this actually is going to be challenging, but not challenging for you though. So you've heard sailing from here down to the Caribbean. There's a legend of some like the New World is still being explored by many of the or being much of it is still as yet unknown to the Europeans who have come here. But one of the things that is sort of rumored around different taverns and that are whispered in different ships is that there is some as yet unknown secret group among the peoples of the New World that has some either dark ambition for the newcomers or just a dark ambition in general. There are markings that you've seen that have, there are some things that just, if someone carves a bear in the north, it'll look fairly similar to even as far down as Central America. But there are some obscure and arcane markings that appear among them, and you've seen these before. These are something of that as yet unknown secret group that seems to lurk in the shadows in every port, or at least in the wilds where the native folk dwell, from Halifax all the way down to I'm trying to think of a port that would be down to Kingston.
Yeah. So this might be. I look at the books again. I've seen these signs or these marks before, and these might be even worse than the British. This seems to be some evil persons. They are we would say they are well in league with devils or something like that, demons maybe. Praying to some sinister gods we don't want awakened. I think we have to see what they are doing. I guess it will be nothing good.
How do you know this? What sort of...
I don't know, but what I know is these kind of marks. This always is a sign for trouble and dark things.
Patience almost has a flashback to like some dingy Caribbean bar where someone was telling stories about how allies of the Europeans were suddenly set upon by a tribe, and they found these types of markings by the enemies.
So just let's look at. So if I understand correctly, there's some kind of cemetery or something here.
Cemetery, no, but I mean there are a lot of people who died here.
So there might be graves and spirits and so on, and those kind of people. We would call them a cult or something. And they are using those angry spirits for their own, even maybe darker meanings. So I think we have to look at that.
And with that, and I'm going to show you a twist of a Buxigan's character. He just brains this guy with his hatchet.
Schwack! Twitches of a moment.
Okay.
So, Patience, I think you're going to gain 2 conflict from that. That's a pretty brutal thing to witness. Is this out of character for a Buxigan as well?
No.
Okay. So
maybe Patience hasn't seen it, but he's as it says in his character, he conquers problems by boldly facing it. He's ruthless. He does what's needed.
All right. So this fellow is dead. What do you guys wish to do then? You've got the lantern out. A Buxigan can see in the dark. What are you guys thinking? I think what you can see as well, there are lights now coming from near the center, through the trees, but near the center of the island. Fairly far off, so they only appear to be little flickering motes right now. And likely, if seen from offshore, they may light may be too dim to see, but those definitely weren't there a moment ago.
I think we need to hide. Could you change the music?
Yeah, I'm just doing that right now.
Now, is that some distance off? The lights?
The lights, they are likely about maybe 100 yards or so, 120 yards off. What do you guys think?
It's one thing we could...
I mean, I can hide in the boat. If they carry lamps, I can shoot them. But do we want to do this?
The lantern is a storm lantern as well too, so you could shutter it and and have it still lit, but just have it completely, what do you call it? Completely concealed.
Yeah. I think we could do that. Let's stay close to the boat.
Okay, and I'll move off again.
Okay.
To be out of sight. Now, before I go, say, the enemy of my enemy could be my friend. Maybe this is where the redcoats may be of use.
You think those are redcoats?
No,
so the
get
lights
rid of these
aren't moving. They're just someone has lit someone is burning something in the center of maybe torches, maybe a bonfire.
Okay, so we
wait here, and I will head off towards the fire.
Okay. So if you make your way over, you need not make a roll because of your ability, a Buxigan, but you cautiously make your way over, and I think that would you give us let's see here, a resolve check, please. This will be at plus 10, will be routine.
Sorry, plus...
resolve
routine,
at plus 10. Yeah, routine.
Yeah, got it.
You want to coin that?
Yeah.
Okay.
I shouldn't be missing that.
Nice, okay. Maybe it's your imagination, maybe it's your... maybe it is something you're just choosing to put out of your mind, but you can almost hear the whispers of voices in Massachusetts, or perhaps Wampanoag, or at least in Algonquin language, as you're making your way along, as if when you're rustling through the trees, that's allowing voices to break through with the sound. But
And what?
it's just chatter, idle chatter. It's not, it's not giving direction one way or the other. It's just as if you were having snippets of conversations you were overhearing. The overwhelming thing is sadness. There's a sound of crying. There's the sound of, sobbing. But it cuts off almost as soon as if you tried to stop and listen to it, it would be gone. It's as fleeting as the breeze that goes across. You make your way through the overgrowth, and what you find is that the source of light are several fires that seem to be burning on the tips of sticks placed into the ground about 3 feet up, and then in the center there is this a bonfire. Not very big bonfire, but a small central. A campfire might be a better description. Around there, positioned equidistantly in a circle, propped up on stones, there are the 6 redcoats that seem to have come with that boat. Only in place of their head, which has been removed and placed at their knees, like between their legs, there is a small burning brand, almost as if they had fire for head. I am going to need you to give us another resolve check, please. This is a fear check, so this will be a -10.
Ooh.
Give us a 1d10 plus 1 roll, please. And then compare that to your peril threshold.
Oops. That didn't work.
Threw a dice at my head.
Nope, failed.
Okay, so drop your peril threshold down by 1 more. I think what it'll do is it'll ignore your first level of skills now. And it's not that. It's the horror of that scene is troubling in and of itself. But what is more troubling is you can see there are the 2 Wampanoag warriors who are finishing placing the last body and sticking this thing in. But the person who seems to be supervising this is... You think it's a man only because of how tall they are, but they are quite tall. They have a long robe that seems to be made out of like grass or reeds in layers going down, dyed in different colors that catch: dark reds and ochres, black in some places. Their hair is wild out the back. They clearly are a native person of some kind from the skin coloring, but you cannot see their face because of a perfectly oval mask that is on, with no indications or markings on them apart from 2 perfectly circular eyes that seem to glow, perhaps reflecting the fire that they're staring down into, perhaps glowing on their own accord. That is the thing that most disquiets you. So one of the neat things with the peril threshold is it's not quite the same kind of death spiral you get with some games. It just means that you don't gain access to, if you have skill ranks in something at your level you're at right now, you ignore one of them. Now, how does this strike? Oh, and actually you also get 2 conflict from seeing that scene. What does a Buxagan do? It seems, 2 things I will tell you. You do not, if it is from one of the nations, this person leading the ritual or whatever's going on, you don't recognize where they're from. It's not anyone in the New England area, and yeah.
Tricky. I'm going to 3-1 though. I'm going to slide away.
Okay. You easily are able to accomplish that. So you make your way back. Patience is sitting. What have you been doing while Abuxagun has been off, Patience?
Preparing to be able to shoot someone if necessary, but I think I could do nothing other than think whether we should leave or not.
Okay.
I don't know.
So Abuxagun, you return, and what do you say?
Oh, I tell Patience what I've seen, and that it doesn't.
So
it doesn't
what do you
look
say?
like any. Oh, I say, I found these other strange people. Two more warriors, and this, I don't know, shaman. Very strange garbs, nothing I recognize, and they've strung up the redcoats, decapitated them. Some strange and unearthly rite. It all feels wrong. I'm sure it's bringing bad luck on the spirits on this island. You were right. They are in league with something evil.
Then let's try to end this. I think I just grab my guns and prepare to leave.
Okay.
I mean, not leave the
She does that thing to fake out Abuxagun. She pretends to take a step forward, then doesn't move, so he starts going. You got that?
Let's head back.
yeah. Oh, yes, we are heading there, and we are bringing an end to this, or to ourselves.
Okay.
Whatever happens first.
So how do you guys wish to... One of the things is you will be traveling in darkness up to that point, Patience, unless you get your lantern out. But
Yes.
what Abuxagun can tell you is that you should have enough to be able to see to maneuver around without like stumbling around in the dark. There's a big... There's a fire there. There are torches. And there are those burning brands sticking out of the necks of the redcoats.
Yeah, okay. So I would then just use my lantern for the first part, and then when I see enough, just use this
I just
bonfire.
let you. I'll also hold out my bow, and you can hold one end, and I'll lead you through the darkness.
Okay.
Okay, or something like that. Yes.
So let's do this. When I think I'm going to spend some misfortune to pull some history and bullshittery here, because I like that.
Yeah.
So what I need you guys to do, give us an awareness check here, please. Ooh. And are both of your Jody, both of your perception bonuses a 5? Okay. Oh shit!
Yeah.
So, you guys are getting yourselves ready. You're starting to make your way up there, and it seems that someone has come looking for their missing companion. So let's. And unfortunately, you did not hear them coming. Fortunately, they are slower than you guys. So let's do this. Add turn. Their initiative. Okay. So, Patience.
Yes.
You are up first. Hold on. Can you guys? Yeah, you guys can see the initiative. Patience, you're up first. You can see, I think, about 30 meters away, there are 2 of them, or what's the range in this? About 20 yards away.
Yeah.
There are, so I know I'm using yards and meters interchangeably. They're about the same.
Okay.
So
Yeah.
the game uses yards. My brain sometimes uses meters. So what you can see is that there are two of them that are trying to hide, and they've both like got bows drawn, and they are ready to fire at you. So, Patience, what do you wish to do?
Yeah, if I see them, I shoot first. I mean, come on, that's not.
What? Let's see here. So go ahead and give us an attack roll. And I think if they do anything other than aim, they lose the aim bonus, if I recall. So go ahead and make your attack roll with your whatever your range weapon is.
Yeah, I think I would use this.
Okay.
Let's see. Whoa!
Nat 100. Okay, so that is a good opportunity to talk about misfires with.
Oh gosh, yeah. Today it's not.
Okay, so would you give us a D100 roll, please?
Yeah, that will certainly bring great results.
Okay, so the musket is a two-handed weapon. Actually, that's not that bad. So you see it, you're like, look out! And you're chick, and there's a little pop. You are going to need to spend 3 APs to fix the firing mechanism before firing with this weapon again.
Damn it.
Okay, you've 2 more actions though. 2 more AP. What would you like to do? You guys can picture you're sort of, it's not a path per se, but you're sort of making your way up towards this, hidden area. They're partially hidden between some trees in the direction of where you're going. You can see them fairly easily still, Patience, because you still have your lantern out. So 2 more AP. What would you like to do?
Is there some kind of cover nearby where I could just duck behind?
Yep, that'll be 1 AP, and then...
Yeah. And then 1 left, so just in order to evade
dodge,
whatever's coming.
Okay. And a Buxagun, what are you doing? 3 AP.
I will aim twice and fire.
Okay. Go.
Let's see.
Take
Can I, by the way, is there any way of getting this peril state down during events, or you need to be
you can't. No, in this game you can't spend APs. What you can do is if you have, I think you've got on you smelling salts, or one of you has smelling salts. You can take smelling salts to gain one. It's either 1 or 2 conflict, and then you reduce your peril by 1. So you could have done that beforehand. You don't need to spend a point for that. That's just, we're all learning the game here. So if you'd like to do that, Buxagun, go ahead.
If you don't have, I have smelling salt.
So I get how much conflict?
2. I think it's 1. Let me double check.
1, and then I will
healing. Here we go.
Down.
Use smelling salts. Yeah, 1 conflict, and you move 1 step up in the peril condition track.
Sounds a good thing in the context.
Okay, so you would have done that beforehand. And go ahead and make your attack. Look at that. All right, so he will have to dodge, and he gets minus 20, so it's a 30%. Do you wish to spend a coin to add +6 to that?
Yes, please.
Okay, so that is then. Go where I am, my friend. Go. I want you guys to appreciate that there are stats for a werewolf in this, and I've restrained myself from not using it immediately. So. That is a so it's 12 then. Okay, so it is down to a 2. Grazes him. Then it is their turn. Okay, so the one has his aim spoiled. The other one does not. And why don't you each roll a chaos dice? Whoever rolls lowest, you don't get shot. Whoever rolls highest gets shot. Very unlikely. It's
sounds like a good.
Patience. Okay, so this thing has taken aim. I got a 70% chance here. Schwack. Okay, so you get you can dodge, Patience. Hold on. It's actually your cover. Your cover will grant some benefit here too.
To the attack or to the dodge?
It would be a penalty to the attack, which means it is a bonus to the dodge.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, so and to be honest, I don't know if that's how it works in Flames of Freedom. That's how it works in Blackbird's, where a bonus to the attack is a penalty to the dodge or reverse. And I really like that. So it gets away just from the swinginess sometimes of the attack rolls. So what you... I'm looking for cover here. Cover. Let's say that it's a plus... a minus 10% chance, because there's not an awful lot of cover here. Yeah. So basically you get a minus 10 to your dodge. Is all.
A minus 10, a plus 10?
Minus 10 because he had plus 20. He had aimed twice. Yeah, so you cut it down to only aim.
Okay. So if someone aims, then the dodge is also complicated.
Yeah, that's why they've been suffering the minus 20 to their dodges.
Yeah, I see. So
and again, I can't remember if that's rules as written how Flames of Freedom works. That is how it works in Blackbirds. But I don't remember. So come on.
This is athletics, I would suppose.
Coordination, actually, for dodge.
Oh, coordination. I'm sorry. Well,
come maybe. On. Here we go. Big money. Let's see that green. Yeah! Easily. Shwunk! This thing sinks into a tree. Then the other one is going to have to... I think he's going to return the favor of Books of Gun. It's going to aim twice and try and get you. Schwack! So that's a hit. You have to spend a coin to take an extra AP. The Books of Gun?
Yep, I will aim. Well, no. So it takes 2 to reload, right? And then 1 to fire.
No. Hold on. You were just hit.
Oh, shoot.
Yeah, so you need to dodge. You're going to have to give me a coin if you want to try and dodge this.
I will use a coin, please.
Okay,
yes.
And then it is a dodge at minus 20. Because he has had a chance to aim. So that's a coordination check at minus 20.
Oh, dear.
Well, I need to check some things. Oh!
And fail.
You want to coin that to re-roll?
I had better, yes.
Okay. So again, it's minus 20.
Minus 20.
Yes! Holy smokes! Oh. Easily done. So, whoa! All right. So that was their entire actions. So, Patience, you're up next. What are you doing?
Gosh. I think, so how far are they away?
They are about 20 yards away. So it's it would be 2 actions to get there.
Yeah. Can I draw my... so I think, I would choose this, how it's called, charge.
Yep,
then
okay.
I can move, so I think I have to draw my weapon, move with a charge, and then I can attack freely.
Hell yeah, with an extra fury dice of damage on a hit, too.
Yeah.
Sounds great. Okay, so you race around the tree, run down into them. They have used up all their actions, so I would have to spend coins to dodge. Go ahead and make an attack roll. Actually, make sure you're adding an extra fury dice to the damage roll.
Yeah, I'll just do this.
There we go.
So this boarding X again. Let's see.
Okay.
It did not do it. Something like that. Yeah, yes.
Big fucking hit. Holy smokes. Let's quickly check what backslash does as a trait, because I can't remember. When attacking with this... Holy shit. When attacking with this weapon, you gain an assist dice. So you can roll a second D10 and choose to use that one instead of the 0. I don't know why you would do that, because you're not going to get a double on a success, but that's what that does. That's what backslash does. And fast means minus 10 to his defenses.
Yeah.
Okay. So I need to spend a coin to be able to try and defend against this. Oh boy. And I get minus 10. And I think it's only a flat combat, so it's 40 I need here. So, were you going for the injured one or the non-injured one?
I think the non-injured one.
Non-injured one? Do you want to spend a coin to add 6 to that damage?
Yes.
Okay. All right, so would you give us a roll of 3 chaos dice, please, to see about injury?
Yeah, and...
it's a huge hit.
3 chaos dice, okay.
Oh, jeez. He's nearly down, though. He is nearly down. You throw him completely off balance. He is nearly ready to collapse. That, I guess, is end for you. So, Buxagun, you've seen patients go charging in on one of them. What would you like to do?
I will shoot the other one again, so
Okay.
I'll reload and fire, so I've no time to aim, I guess.
Yep. Go ahead. You could spend a coin to get an extra AP.
Yeah, why not? Let's do that.
Say, so you got plus 10 to hit then, and minus 10 to the dodge.
Come on, get lucky. Yeah,
Oh, nice.
just.
So critical hits also, critical hits cannot be dodged. If you get a critical hit, you're automatic hit. All right, so this is likewise fast. So I missed that before. Sorry, they should have had minus 10 to all their defenses because of the fast quality. So then, you firing at the same guy here. Let's see, it's 9. He has a minus 20. So minus 20. So once again, I'm rolling a 30% or less. Oh! Just enough to get out of the way. Then it is actually that is it'd be technically 20% because he's injured enough right now. But no, sorry, I'm thinking of peril. Sorry. Then it is their turn. All right. So the one that is facing you, a Buxagun, he is sick of you shooting, so he's going to drop the self bow. He's going to do basically what Patience did. He's going to charge, pull it out, and he comes running in, crying out a Wampanoag war cry, and he's going to try and bring this club down on you. He has a 70% with this.
Oh, crikey, he's pretty good.
It's a hit, not a crit, so you can defend if you'd like. You want to spend a coin to get an action?
I had better. Yep.
Okay, so give us a parry check with simple, please.
Yep, so it's just no thing.
Nice. Whoa, geez. So he comes in and you knock that aside with your bow. Patience, this injured fella is going to try and do as his ally did. He drops the bow, pulls this club out. He cries out, and he's going to try and get you. He's not going to be able to charge though. He's going to save one action for a dodge though, because he's not suicidal. 70%. Hits, no crit.
Okay.
You want to spend a coin to get a defense?
Yes. I will.
Here we go.
So this is, it's a little bit unfortunate that one always has to change the tabs for. So simply,
I think you can change your defense. I think is a drop-down menu on the combat tabs. So you could switch it.
Yeah.
If you want to.
Okay. Yeah, I think I will. No, I can't re-roll.
Yeah, you guys are out of coins right now. Okay, so
have to take the hit. Yes.
So the hit from this is oh boy. 1d6 exclamation mark plus 8. Oh no!
Oh no!
20. How does 22 compare to your damage threshold?
Oh, this is interesting. Well, we'll see. Under combat also.
Let's see. Yeah, it's under combat tab right at the top there. 22, so that's 1, 2, 3. So you're down 3 ticks on your damage track, which I think I have to roll 2 chaos dice to... Why don't you roll 2 chaos dice first? Let's see about injury.
Okay. I'm pretty sure that I will get an injury now.
Come on. Fuck! Damn it. All right. First injury we've suffered by a PC in this game, so that's Cool. You guys also have mentioned that you have laudanum on your character sheet. That can be used to raise your damage threshold. So not damage, sorry, your damage condition, not your threshold. All right, so the injuries, let's see here. Would you give us a percentile roll, please, patience?
Yes.
Roll low.
Yes.
Fucking hell. Oh my god.
Oh no.
Would you roll once again? We're rolling on the grievous injury now. So once again, roll low.
Yeah.
38. Destroyed digits. You are bleeding. A caretaker must perform surgery. If the surgery is failed, or if 24 hours pass, you gain a prosthetic hand permanent injury.
Yeah.
So it hacks you right, or crushes on one of your hands. And you got bleeding. Bleeding just means you need to be first aid performed within your brawn bonus movement, or within your brawn bonus of minutes, or you bleed out and you die. Mm-hmm. You're not otherwise affected here.
Okay.
Eesh. Until fully recuperated, you suffer -9 agility, -9% to agility.
Okay.
So I think you can add that as a modifier on.
Yeah.
Let's see here on the character sheet. Under the main, let's see here. If you hit edit.
Yeah, I can.
Oh, you can add that? Okay, cool. Great. All right. Yeah. So then, so that was his action. He is saving the last one. So you can hear Patient cry out in pain. Patience, it's your turn. What are you doing?
I'm not sure if the modifier works right, but whatever. So I just this was the one with the 4 wounds, so I will just club him back.
Okay.
It's just.
Oh yeah, so sorry. The modifier that won't work because that'll give you a. That's to your.
Yes.
Yeah, to your thing. What we can do? Let me do this for you. Settings. So it's rather than querying the difficulty modifier, your roll will now ask you for a flat modifier. So if you're doing, you'll be able to add in either a plus or a minus or whatever.
Yeah. Okay.
So patience, 3 actions.
Just attack him again.
Okay.
So let's see whether this works.
Come on.
But with 1 fury die only.
Yeah, and this uses combat, not agility, so you don't suffer any penalties because of the hand.
Yeah.
Nice.
Oh, good.
Okay, so then his defense will be a parry, so it's going to be a 70. Wrong thing. Nice. Schwack. Oh, you got no coins left. I could spend a coin to re-roll that.
Yeah, no, but I think this 6 should be enough, shouldn't it?
The 6 should be enough, but I think I might be able to. I could spend a coin to re-roll his defense.
Yeah, that is always an option. Yeah.
Here, let's feed you. Let's try it. We'll feed you another one because you could still do rough and tumble to him as well. So he does manage to batter the thing aside. You have 2 more actions, Patience. What would you like to do?
It's unfortunate. So I think whatever should I do? I could use this athletics again. Just try to knock him down.
Okay. You bastard! Yes, success. His coordination is a 50. Fails. Knocked down. So he sprawls out on the ground. You still have 1 more action, or 1 more AP, Patience.
Yeah, I just don't know how to use it.
You could use. Remember that the what the words as weapons thing does is it can increase your allies and your allies' damage threshold. It can decrease their damage threshold, or it can increase the initiative score of allies. So if you want to make these guys easier to injure, for instance, you could, try and intimidate them.
Yeah, but I don't think that. No, I would just.
Or do you want to save it for a defense?
Yeah, I would save it for a defense. Otherwise, I'm toast.
Okay. All right. So then it is their turn. Okay, so then... oh, no, it's a Booksagun's turn. Booksagun, what are you doing? You're so hard to see in the natural environment, I completely forgot about you in the initiative order.
I will pull out my hatchet and smack my friend in front of me.
Go ahead. Now, one of the things you can do as well is you could choose to do if you want to spend 2 action points, you could do a targeted attack. That does extra damage equal to, I think it's 1 extra fury dice plus your combat bonus, and you get to inflict a condition on the target.
Well, let's give it a go. That does leave me open to getting hit, but let's give it a go.
Okay, here we go.
And
see that crit success. Come on.
Does that just standard, right?
Yeah, just a regular attack, no modifier. And then, nice job. Okay, so the targeted attack, what you choose is if you're hitting the arm, he is disarmed. The body, he becomes gutted. The head, he becomes disoriented. And leg knocks him prone. He can still defend against this, but you'll do an extra D6 plus your combat bonus in damage. Basically, roll damage for the hatch again. Let me make my defense roll.
I'll try and take his legs away.
Okay. Failed! Should I spend a coin? What do you think? Let's see.
I guess he would, right?
He would, yeah. Let's see if he... Come on. Critical success! Now, hold on. The parry with a critical, it might disarm. Bank 1 AP for free and make a counterattack against foe. So he's got that. He then will attack you. Critical success. Jesus. She cannot defend against this. It's 1d6 exclamation plus 8. There we go. 10. How does that compare to your damage threshold?
I'm not sure how to read that.
So it's the number at top. Well, here, let me tell you what it does. So we look at your... the one on top is the one that includes your determination bonus, because you each have 2 determination that adds to your damage threshold. That is only 1 above. 10 is only 1 above, so you would reduce your damage condition from unharmed to lightly wounded.
Okay.
Okay, so he gets you, but doesn't manage to connect. It's a grazing strike. That is it for them. Then it is their turn. Okay. The one that's on the ground with you, Patience, is going to have to spend 2 to get up. And he's just going to sweep up with his club at you. Yep, that's a D10. That is a hit. Do you have an AP left for defense?
Yes.
Excellent. So go ahead and give us a martial or melee martial defense.
So, and you think that I could use defense here somewhere in the...
Yeah, I think there's a drop down that should... let me see here. On your character, under the combat tab, underneath where parry is, you can actually click that directly, and you can. There's a drop down menu to change from martial. Yeah.
Okay. I see. This was very simple. Yeah.
So. Get that critical success. Nice.
Yeah.
All right. So you batter his club aside, and then the one facing you, Booksagun, he is going to try a targeted attack. He's going to try and disarm you with that. So this is a 70. I hit. You want to defend?
I'll have a go.
Do you have an AP left over?
No,
or you have to spend a coin?
Yep, need to spend a coin.
Spend a coin, okay.
So it's parry at minus anything, or?
No, just a flat parry. And using your martial melee.
Come on.
Failure.
Okay, critical fail. We're learning all the different potential outcomes. Okay, so you are hit. Let's see. The damage is D6. Anna is very upset for you. Plus 8. There we go. Once again, but that's 9 is over your damage threshold, so you're down by 1 more. Would you roll 1 chaos dice for me, please? So you'll be down to moderately wounded now. And no injury. That's good. And then would you give a 2d10 plus 2 roll? This is the critical failure on defend is 2d10 plus 2 peril. These guys don't explode. 19. Oh, fuck. What, let's take a look at your...
That's 3 then.
Okay, so you're... Good thing you took that smelling salts. So drop yourself 1, 2, 3, down to ignore 3 skill ranks. I think for a brief moment when the clubs look together, this guy's face almost seems skeletal, as if the dead have come back to murder you. Then it is he has 2 more actions. I think I'm gonna try and knock you prone, a Buxagun. And he's disarmed you too. He did a targeted attack. So your axe goes flying, and this will be against his athletics, which is a 60. Fuck. Would you give us a coordination check, Buxagun? Critical.
Yep.
So you are sent sprawling to the ground, and this guy's looming over you, almost like the angel of death coming to send you to meet your ancestors, who you can hear in your ears crying your name. Patience, what are you doing?
I think I would aim and then try to finish off my enemy. Otherwise,
Okay.
I think we will both die.
So aim with 2?
No, with 1 only.
With 1 only, 1 for defense. Okay. Here we go. Come on, critical. Get that critical hit.
Yeah, that would be nice. So let's see. So modifier is 10. So that is a hit.
Okay, so then he will... I did not save anything for defense. I'd have to spend a coin to do this. So let's do this. There we go. It's a -10, so I am rolling against a 40. Schwack! What does it look like as you take this guy down?
I think I smash his head in. There's
Blood sprays out from your boarding axe. That was only... You still have 1 more action. What are you going to do with that?
The other one is too far away to hurt him.
You'd have to spend... Yeah, he's it would be 2 strides or 2 hustles to get there.
2? Yeah, then even with a coin, I couldn't do it.
You know what? I think you might be able to stop your bleeding.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, let's see here. First aid... Because you've got bandages on you. Let's say it's 1, so why don't you give us... And I don't think you need to... Let's see.
Yeah, I as far as I understood, you can only do first aid on someone else.
Oh, let's see here. When engaged with an ally, perform one of the following... oh, yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Applied tourniquet is 3 AP as well. So... All right, but you got time, patience. So anything else you wish to do with that 1?
Yeah, I think I would just move one further to him.
Okay, so you're hustling up. Buxagun, what are you doing? You're on the ground. You've been disarmed. This guy's looming over you.
Hit him in the groin. I mean, that's always a good...
Do I need to get up if I'm going to do something like below the belt?
I think what I do is just give you a -10.
Yep, so I think I'll go with that.
Okay. So
now is that the best?
Athletics or guile? So what that does is the below the belt gives him makes his action points cost 1 more. Eye gouge.
I'll do a knockdown.
Oh, a knockdown.
If I'm down below, I'm going to try and use my legs to kick his legs out from under him.
Okay. So a little leg
Athletics
wrestling
or
action here.
coordination?
So that'll be, athletics or coordination, whichever you prefer.
Oh, well, coordination for sure.
Okay. Go ahead.
And that's with -10?
Yes, because you're on the ground.
Come on.
Yeah! Success. Okay, so he resists with coordination, which for him is a 50. There we go. So he's able... Dang, you have 2 more actions, though. 2 more AP.
Can I hit him again?
You could... you could try a second rough and tumble. Yeah, you're limited by how many attack actions you do, but you're not limited by the rough and tumble. You want to try and do the same thing? Try and kick his legs out again, or do?
I'm going to do it again. I'll just
Okay.
flailing around to try and get him.
Go ahead.
-10. Oh, not +10. Not -20. Come on.
Yeah, success. Okay, and 50% fails. He's down on the ground. You have 1 more AP. What would you like to do? So, for instance, you could try and get him in a chokehold. That inflicts peril damage if it's a success. And then what they have to do is try and escape as their action.
We'll go and do that. Let's give that a go. Athletics or toughness?
So you go scrambling across the dirt and try and get around him. Right now, you can ignore your... You want to coin that?
Well, let's... Come on.
Okay.
Oh, of course
Damn
not.
it. So you just don't get a hold of him. All right, so it's his turn. He is going to return the favor. He's going to try and give a chokehold on you. This is an athletics check. So he is... this is a 55. He's got failed. I'll spend a coin... Try and re-roll that. Just barely succeeded. So I need a coordination check from you, please. Oh, no! God damn it. So he's got you. Would you roll 1d10 plus 1, please? Oh, hold on. No, plus his brawn bonus. Oh, shit. 1d10 plus 5. Not exploding.
I'm done.
7. How does that...
7.
I think your peril threshold's higher than that, isn't it?
No.
What's the book's against? Peril threshold.
My peril threshold is 7.
Is 7. Okay, so you're down to incapacitated now. So he's choking you out, and you're kind of fluttering, and you could spend a permanently a point of determination to avoid that. But that permanently loses and it reduces your damage by 1, or you'll just be unconscious.
No, I think I'll just go out, I guess.
Okay, so he chokes you, then he'll spend the last 2 scrambling to his feet. Patience, what are you doing? You're 1 hustle away from this guy.
Yeah, I think I will use 1 action to hustle over, and I use 2 to charge. I think that's the better thing.
Yeah, go racing in.
Yeah, and then see whether I can hit him in a way that hurts really much. So let's see.
There you go. So close. You want to coin that?
Yeah. Yes.
Okay.
So let's try again.
God dang.
It's
okay, you still have 1 more action left. Oh, I fucked that up.
Yeah, so I think I would just... this is so unfortunate. Damn it. Yeah. Doesn't help. So I think I will just try...
We forgot something important. Backslash. Roll an assist dice when you're rolling your attack, remember?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, so I could.
When attacking this weapon, you gain an assist dice. So let's first. Why don't you roll a 1d10, and we'll compare it to the first roll because you may get your coin back. That's a critical hit. That's an 11.
Oh.
So you get your coin back because you would not have had to spend it, and that is that's 11 points of damage. Do you wish to spend a coin to add 6 to that?
Yes.
What does it look like as this guy goes down?
I think I would also smash his head in. I'm fed up with those guys.
So he goes down. Both of the Wampanoag cultists are down. So you take that. You could use spelling salts, I will say, to wake a Buxagun up right away.
Yeah, I would do that.
Okay. Hi. So, Buxagun, you're at -3 levels right now as you sort of jerk up, and you can see Patience, her hand bleeding like crazy, has woken you up. And
I think you must use first aid on me now, and then we have to get up. Yeah.
So I'm just turning to first aid. Let's see here. So 2. Whoop. Healing. Here we go. To stop the bleeding. Apply tourniquet. You do not need to make a roll on it.
Ah, good.
Okay, so you, one of your bandages from one of you guys is used up. Patience, your hand is not bleeding any longer, so you're not going to die. So with these two dead, what are you guys thinking here? Oh, you can also use laudanum to increase. You get 1 conflict from it, but it increases your damage threshold by 1.
Yeah, but this doesn't retroactively help me. So
no, but what it does is it makes it less likely for you to be slain on future injuries.
Okay.
Because you don't, your damage threshold doesn't reset until you get a chance to actually like rest. So what it means that if you get hit again, you're not going to go from. I think you're
okay. Yeah. I think I would use the laudanum, and then I think we have to run. I'm sorry, we almost got slaughtered by 2 of them, and there are 3, and the other one is big and maybe has magic. So I
Indeed.
think let's fight another day.
It pains me, but.
Okay. So you guys race. I think you will get 2 conflict each for that. And then you turn and run down to the boat. As you hop in the boat, you know, Buxagun, you push this thing back out onto the water. You guys hop back in. Which of you, do you sparrow look back at Deer Island as you're leaving? Or do you keep an eye fixed?
Row fast away from the island.
Yeah.
I'd better be doing the rowing.
Yeah.
Okay. So then, Buxagun, I see you're looking back then, I suppose. And Buxagun, what you can see briefly is that same robed figure and masked figure you saw before, but standing next to him and behind, there seems to be rows of ghostly figures. This causes you to increase your rate. And as you guys row your way back to Boston, guys will bring this tale, the dead of Deer Island, to a close. So, congratulations, James, on playing your first. Oh, here, you know what? Because we have been sort of semi-returning to these characters. Let's see here. You guys would each gain 150 reward points, and Patience, you would have another 150 from your previous session. You have 300 reward points. It costs you 100 reward points at this level to purchase new things. So that way you guys have advancements you could do if you play the characters again. Mm-hmm. Okay. So then, for those listening at home, I guess first off, so James, this is your first time playing Ingolf, your second time playing. What did you guys think of Zweihander? or of Flames of Freedoms.
Yeah, but I have one more question. So we have all this conflict dice, and
Each of you roll your now you can click on the conflict dice and roll it.
Yeah.
Good point. Ooh. Oh, okay. So clear your conflict out now, and then move yourself one tick. If you expand the my alignment thing, the negative one goes to 1. So, like for patience, irritability goes to 1.
Oh yeah.
And sarcasm goes to 1 for a Buxagun.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
And then we start over fresh with the conflict from next time. Wow, Zura. So you're going to have to, patience, with your fucked up hand, there's no way you're rowing now. So you're going to have to get some, a rebel allied surgeon to take a look at that thing. But, so what did you guys think of Flames of Freedom?
Yeah, great as ever.
No, it's good. It's good.
Yeah.
It's always a funny one with the attack and defend, because you can end up with this endlessly you hit, then they parry, then they hit, and then you parry, but they at least seem to be halfway competent. Because I remember when we played Zweihander long ago, I just remember it was just a comedy of errors because you couldn't hit it, just endless misses.
Well, and I like
so a bit more competent.
I got to double check and see whether it's in Flames of Freedom, but I like the way it works in Blackbirds, where like benefits to you are penalties to the defenses. So like if you do take the time to aim, it's harder for them to get out of the way of it. And in Blackbirds, you can't spend coins outside of your turn. So, or the equivalent fortune points in that. But so that means that the things I was doing where I was constantly spending points to generate AP, I'd have to either do that before their turn, before your turn, or I'd be stuck. And on a hit, you'd be screwed.
Hmm. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I think so. I mean, it is a good thing to aim, and so I mean, this was really. Let me put it this way: so the dead of Deer Island could have been 2 other guys. So.
Most definitely. Yeah, and they had. I mean, it was one. I mean, I got really lucky on that one hit on you, Patience, too. Like that was I rolled 23. On like 2 back-to-back 6s plus a 2 plus an 8. Yeah. So that was a really lucky hit on you with that one club attack. But
I think also I think the first hit should have killed the guy, because I think the 5 should have exploded as well. But nevertheless, it doesn't matter. The 5 should have exploded? Oh, because of your... Yeah, so I think this Fury thing is just not... I think 5s and 6 explode with Patient.
Hold on here. Let's see.
It doesn't matter.
Range. That's only range weapons.
Oh, it's only range. Yeah, then...
Yeah, and I think I did... One of the nice things with the character sheet, if you take a look at your weapons, your Brown Bess musket, it explodes on a 1, 5, or 6.
Yeah, that's great.
If you hadn't rolled that fucking crit fail from the shot. And then, you got your flintlock musket. Yeah, that one likewise, too. I do like you can set the different exploding dice on it. That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
If Patience, like, optimal sort of strategy is running in with an axe in one hand and a pistol in the other and getting that hit off, because then she can do a free range attack.
Yes.
You know, just it worked out that way. Cool. All right. Well, that is, guys, I had a shit ton of fun running it once again.
Oh, it's good.
Yeah,
it's great. Yeah.
Anna is a big fan, as you can hear. So, any closing thoughts on Flames of Freedom before we do our outro?
Yeah, I think it's a brilliant setting. It's just completely different to the normal stuff, like the normal fantasy RPG you always play, and I like that very much.
Yeah, some variety there. It's nice.
Yeah.
It's good.
Yeah, me too. It's
a good setting.
I feel the same way too. It's it's a very, very it's cool because they give you enough stuff in the rule book to if you want to go into more detail and look for more stuff up, you can probably find it fairly easily. Because it's a real world setting too. Like one of the troubles with that map is there's not a scale on it. Which is always like I just every time someone publishes a map where they don't have a scale, like how do you fucking miss that? But it's a real world setting, so I can easily measure. You know, I can go to Google Maps and figure out how big the distance is, which is what I didn't miss.
The other good thing on this is there's all the Colonial Gothic stuff to pirate. Pirate in the correct sense of the
to steal
the
stuff from
copies
the
I
game.
have bought, but you've got a mine of adventures and RSV. You just got to stat it out.
Yeah. And there's just a huge ton of adversaries that are in here. The things you faced as well are because I like kind of seeing what challenging things are. I believe that they are designed to be challenging to, like, one of those is designed to be challenging to a group of 4 player characters.
Yeah.
So they
had higher stats than we had, but that's...
hold on, no. These things, the stats you guys were playing against, those were challenging for an individual character of rank 2.
Yeah.
So you should feel very good about yourself for how you took them down, or perhaps resentful of the historian who threw such challenging things against you. Maybe both.
But it also makes me feel a whole lot better about killing the guy when he was unconscious.
Oh yeah. What I like, so this is it's the Two Lodges is the first adventure they published for you. You can get it in print on demand for it. It's a pretty fucking interesting adventure too. Really similar, like lots of great historical stuff they use for a. It's got an occultic kind of great magic and occultic twist to it. It's a really cool setting. I will definitely be using this as an excuse to for our one shots in future when we need to run pickup sessions. So cool. Well, thanks guys. Thanks so much for playing. Again, this is we knew we wouldn't be able to carry on with our Legend of the Five Rings game. So this was fun to be able to write this and run this for you. So. For those listening at home, thank you so much for joining us for The Dead of Deer Island. As is always the case, if you have any comments, questions, or concerns regarding the session, the campaign, or the game we're playing, I guess it's not really a campaign, but kind of. Oh, Anna, can you get away from the wires, please? Thank you. Please don't hesitate to leave a comment in the comment section of the video, and I'll endeavor to reply in a timely fashion. In addition, there is a link down below to the Dungeon Musings Discord server where all of us are active, and we have channels there dedicated to, not to this game, but there's an Assorted Games channel where I've been talking about Flames of Freedom, and there are channels for every other campaign we run on the channel, as well as a ton of other great channels like DM advice, or finding a group, or information about conventions, or links to the daily deal for Drive-Thru RPG. There's a terrific community that's built up over there, and you are more than welcome to join us over there. There's also a link down below to the Heroes Save Villages campaign. That's the charity fundraising campaign we run on the channel. It benefits the SOS Children's Villages International Charity, a really terrific organization active in over 130 countries, benefiting over 80,000 orphan and abandoned children. And all donations that go through that link go directly to SOS Children's Villages International. None of it goes to the channel or any other middlemen. It just goes to help out the kids who benefit from their services. And we have 2 ways of saying thank you. One of them is in December, we'll be having our next charity raffle, and for every $25 Canadian that you've donated since June 15, 2022, you'll have 1 chance to win the grand prize or one of the other great prizes in our next charity raffle. In addition, if you want to see what was awarded last time as prizes, head on over to the Dungeon Musing Discord servers Charity Initiatives channel, and you'll see all the different prizes we gave away then. In addition, next weekend we'll be playing our next charity session, which has been shaped by our stalwart donors. We're returning to a channel favorite that is Modifius Entertainment's Conan: Adventures in an Age Undreamed Of. Thanks to the donors, we know we will be playing an adventure featuring pirates who are traveling or perhaps pillaging along the Stygian coast. I'm sure nothing will come wrong from, pissing off Stygians as a pirate. I don't think that is it for the end of year, but normally what we allow as well is that people who have donated to the campaign get a chance to vote on the components of those adventures. We have them together now, so now it's just a matter of sitting back and enjoying that session. So you get a chance to help shape what we play in the channel, to win some cool gaming stuff, and most importantly, to help out some kids who could really use some help. The last thing I will say is, once again, a huge thank you to our revolutionaries. So, James and Ingolf, thank you so much for returning to Colonial Boston with me once again, and for nearly getting yourself killed by a secret evil sorcerer of some kind. I'm sure it's nothing but good that's coming from that. So then, for those listening at home, we should be back again in 2 weeks' time in the Emerald Empire. If not, we'll be doing something different. But until then, we hope that we gave you a few hours to take your mind off of the troubles of our world and think about the troubles that our two revolutionaries have been finding in the islands in Boston Harbor. Until then, until we see you again, stay safe, stay healthy, and happy gaming.